Hello, I'm EG and this is Crocheting with EG, and in this video I have a yarn haul from Goodwill. I actually got a it's a pretty good deal. It's not as good as that crushed velvet deal that I had gotten, but it's a pretty good deal on it's all that kind of Bernat Blanket sort of yarn. Some of them from Hobby Lobby too, but okay, quick edit right here at the beginning. If this video feels a little bit short, or like there's something cut out, or it's a little choppy or whatever, it's because this is one of the videos where what was going on with my channel, I was trying to, I would reach the level where I could put it in to be monetized, and I went through this thing, and I'll explain it in a future video, like the whole process of getting to this point, and the hassle that I had to go through. I had to actually get a cell phone and turn on two-step verification, and like through all that whole process, I ended up getting locked out of my account for 2 days, and I thought I was going to lose my channel, and there's like all this stuff that happened around this time, and so I talked about it in a couple videos, but I decided to cut it out of these videos and just like save all that stuff for later when I do a big video about the whole thing where I got monetized and all that stuff. And so and then I'll use the footage from these videos that I cut out and as like, you know, flashbacks and to explain the whole process or whatever, because it all got worked out and everything. But these videos I was filming these as it was going on, and so it's not really relevant to the videos or whatever. But that's why these videos might feel a little bit short, or why it's a little choppy, and it's sort of like it feels like there's something cut out, but that's the reason why. So anyway, I'll get back to the video. I went to Goodwill, and they had a plastic box full of yarn, and it's all like the Bernat Blanket kind of yarn. There's a bag that has some more unique yarn at the bottom of the box, but for the most part it's that kind of blanket yarn. And so I feel like it's from the same person that gave it was the same Goodwill that I got all the other yarn at or from. And there's a skein in here that looks exactly like that orange that whoever it was that made that granny square, or started that granny square in that other box, so it's from the same person. And but it was like this it was this big, and this was $15. And which, you know, at first I was thinking, you know, do I want to spend $15 on that yarn? And most of it is going to be for my niece, or I can pull from this if I, you know, find some no-sew amigurumi or something. I can, you know, if I get into that. But yeah, I don't want to spend that amount of money. So like what I do at the store, instead of like leaving and then coming back like I did the other time, I sort of looked around at the box, and then I thought, I counted the big skeins or whatever, and it was like 10, although there's another one in there that's not the Bernat Blanket. And so I thought, well, it's like 10 of those Bernat Blankets. And I thought, if I was at Hobby Lobby and saw I know that they don't sell Bernat, but I'm just saying, if I saw, like, you know, big skeins like this in Hobby Lobby, and they were, like, you know, discounted, they wouldn't be like $1.24. They'd probably be whatever the hell it is. I can't reach over there. My arm's not that long. I have this big table here in the middle of it. But whatever it was in Hobby Lobby, like less than $2 a skein, I would just like stick them in my cart and not even think about it. So I'm just thinking, if I divide this up, it's really like $1.50 a skein. So, you know, it was worth it, and so I went ahead and got it, and it'll, you know, fill in my niece. Like luckily, like when I was doing the video where I was putting the yarn away and like expanding my niece's tower into a wall, I realized just how much room I have there on her wall, and so of course now it's going to be filled up with yarn, but whatever. So anyway, so I went ahead and bought it and everything, and I'm glad I did. They're all brand new skeins. It doesn't look like any of them's been pulled out, and the only thing is it didn't have a lid, and what they did was they kind of smashed it all down into the box, and like the people at Goodwill, and it looks like they still some on it. They took like this clear packing tape and just like went like this and like this and like all over the top of it, and so there's a couple skeins where I had to like peel I don't want to start cussing. No, I had to like peel the tape. The tape had stuck to the top of like some of the skeins, and so I had to like peel it off the yarn gently, and then some of it like stuck to some of the labels, and so some of the labels have like a little bit of a sticky residue on it from the tape, or and one of the labels actually started to rip because, you know, the tape was so strong, and so so that pissed me off. But I mean, I know that like most, there's more tape. if my sister-in-law ever saw this, like, she's not going to watch my videos, but she'd probably be laughing and saying that that's what I deserve, because like, I'm the this is just a total tangent, but at Christmas time, like, I'm the one that wraps all the presents, you know, the ones that Santa doesn't wrap, and and I'm the one that wraps all the presents, and I tape it like crazy, and it's like this running joke with her. She's like like trying to open up the packages, and I practically tape it like that, like every single scene, because I don't want to, you know, start, you know, unraveling or whatever, so it's this running joke that I use a lot of tape in wrapping presents and stuff. So I probably deserve this because of you know, all the tape that I've used over the years. But anyway, but I love wrapping presents, which is kind of weird, but I do love doing that. But anyway, it's, you know, it's fun. Like, that's probably why I put so much tape on it, because I'm like, I want to make sure that it stays really nice or whatever, because I do love wrapping presents. It's weird. But so anyway, so I had all this tape over it, and so I had to, like, cut it off and then, like, try to peel it off or whatever, and it's kind of stupid. So and like, for a while, like, it doesn't now, but like, when I first opened it up, like, some of the skeins, you know, they didn't have a cinnamon smell like they do it in Hobby Lobby because of their potpourri. No, they had like, almost like this tape smell, and I thought, well, at least it's a change from, like, the usual cinnamon smell I get from the the Hobby Lobby skeins. But no, it doesn't smell like doesn't smell like anything. It doesn't smell like tape or nothing. But, or the one with the tape on it, probably down there, it probably smells like tape. But anyway, let me just get to the yarn. God. So there are all these, like, Bernat Blanket, or some of them. These are Bernat Blanket Brights, and this is the colorway red, white, and boom, B-O-O-M. So red, white, and boom. I guess, you know, boom, like fireworks. I don't know. But so there's these, and so there's two of those, like, you know, these brand new skeins, and then the second I open up this thing, there's a little bit of residual tape on here. I hope it's not going to leave some sticky residue on these. No, I think it's fine. But when I opened this box and then saw this, you know, Bernat Blanket, I was thinking, that's the red, white, and blue. I was thinking, I wish I would have found this box before July 4th, because if you watch one of my other videos, I made my mom July 4th red, white, and blue scrunchie that she wore in her hair because she has, like, a really long braid. And but I used the acrylic from like the medium 4-weight acrylic from Hobby Lobby, and like, sort of did this quadruple crochet thing instead of the triple to make sure it was extra fluffy, and I could have used this, and that would have made, like, a really pretty scrunchie, like, really, you know, nice and full and big, you know, kind of like the Passionate Kelsey perfect little or perfect big scrunchies, and so that would have been nice to have this, but I can make scrunchies out of this now if I wanted to, or my niece can make something too. This is sort of a side story, but another one. But when my niece started to crochet, we took her to Hobby Lobby, and I let her walk around, and like, one of the first skeins that she picked up that she wanted, we thought that she would pick, like, you know, some of the sparkly metallic ones, or, like, you know, pink and purple and, like, all that. She picked the red, white, and blue one, the I forget what it's called. I said in another video, like the red, white, and blue patriotic skein of the medium 4-weight yarn. That was, like, the first one that she picked out, and so she's probably gonna really love this. So she must, you know, love the patriotic colors and stuff. So you know, I'll put this on her wall and she'll love that. So there's two of those, and then there's some from a lot more than I realized from Hobby Lobby in here. The Yarn Bee Cozy Occasion Olive, which I think I have one that I bought from the Dialogue clearance, or one of these colors. I don't know if it's the exact color, but so there's one of these, and then two of these, the Yarn Bee Cozy Occasion Deep Sage. So it's like, this is like a deep, you know, like a dark olive color, and then stupid fly. God, I'm sorry if it, you know, it's, you know, going to be buzzing through. Maybe it'll buzz out my my cuss words, you know, as if that would be hilarious. What I'll do, see there's like stickiness on here now because of that tape. What I ought to do is like, you know, isolate the buzzing noise and then like put it over my cuss words. That would be hilarious. You know, as I'm like cussing, you'll just hear me and talking that zzz, and you'll think you won't know if it's the fly or if it's just me bleeping out my cuss words or buzzing them out or whatever. So this is like a light green color, like it's sort of a sage green color. So there's 2 of those, and then I think there's another. There's not the Cozy Occasion, but there's the Yarn Bee. These are a Hobby Lobby too. Snugs and Kisses. This one's called Grape Jelly, and I don't think I have this one either for her. So this one's like a really light, or it has like a sort of a purplish white base, and then the purple on it. It's not like a vibrant purple. I don't know. It looks like a really light purple. I mean, not light like a really light color purple, but like a sort of a washed out, faded kind of purple. Like as if it started out really you know, vivid, and then it's kind of like a washed out purple instead of like not like a what is it called? A pastel, not like a pastel purple, but just like a light purple on it. And so that's Grape Jelly. Because like when you think of grape jelly, or at least I do, I think about, you know, the really, you know, really purple, but it's not. But it's a really pretty color. And so there's that one. And then there's another one of those Snugs and Kisses. And this is one of the ones that the label started to get all messed up. The Snugs and Kisses Cozy Rosy. And so it's like a really light pink color. And I'm giving her a lot of options with having light pink and pinks and whites and creams and all that kind of stuff to make her her little cousin a baby blanket. So she'll have plenty of yarn now. She won't even have to buy any. And so I have that. And then this is the one I was talking about, that orange that I don't know. It must be like a different skein of it, but it's the same purple that that whoever it was started that granny square. So I don't know. I feel like this is Bernat Blanket because it doesn't feel like this Cozy Occasion. But like then again, I don't really know. So I don't know what this is. If it's Bernat Blanket, Cozy Occasion, yarn from Yarn Bee, or like what. But it's that same kind of like purplish color, sort of a pumpkin purple. Purple. Why am I saying purple? A pumpkin orange color. And then the Bernat Blanket, and just a regular Bernat Blanket, and this is called Tide Pool. And it has like, it's a really pretty colorway. It has some greens and blues and teals and a really nice mix of colors. This is one of the skeins that's like a little bit smaller, kind of like this size of the specs. Who cares now? 5.3 ounces. And so that's what size that skein is. So they're not like the really big skeins, but they're still nice skeins of Bernat Blanket. And then this is the one that got the most screwed up, where the tape stuck to it or whatever. And there's no residual stickiness on this yarn, but the label got annihilated. No, it got like ripped or whatever. And so it was. The colorway was called, I had to like keep like, the colorway was called Crimson, so it's like, because it's a red color, and then it let's see, it doesn't matter, you can't really see it, but you know, there's no like sticky residue on it or anything, and but the label's just screwed up, and it's not like I'm gonna have to keep this or the label to know what the colorway name was, but that's what it's called. It's Crimson. Well, I have it on video. I just need to go back and rewatch it, I guess, if I need to figure out what the name of it is. So anyway, and the label, it was you know, the $14.99, the little, that's, I kept that too, to show the camera. And then so that's like, you know, mainly for my niece. I'll put it on my niece's yarn wall. I can pull it from it if I need it. But then there was this other skein. I'm not really sure what kind of yarn this is. It's like a chunkier yarn, whatever weight this is. It feels a little like it's not 100% acrylic. It feels like it might have some, you know, polyester or wool or something in it maybe, but it has like some a metallic strand in it, so it's really pretty. The color is kind of like it's not really gray. It's kind of a brownish gray, whatever color that would be. I don't know. My brain is just like not functioning. I don't know what color this is. It's kind of like a brownish gray color, but it has that really pretty metallic strand in it. And so I don't know. I don't know how much is in this because it feels like, you know, some of it's been used. This would make like a really pretty cowl or hat or something if I have enough. But I don't know if I do or not. But so this was like the only skein that was. It looks like, you know, some of it was used. It didn't even have the label because there's a label in here, but I don't think it goes to this. It says Aunt Lydia's crochet thread. Classic 10, and then it says the colorway name is Violet, so it must just be like a random label that ended up in this box because this isn't Violet, so I have no idea. I don't know what brand that is or what it's made out of or none of that stuff. And then the only other thing was this bag. What is that? Let me just stop it so I don't have to keep check it. And then there was this little baggie in there, this little Ziploc bag, and it has like I tried to look this up. I couldn't find the damn video. Somebody I forget who it was. Somebody had, I think it was from Red Heart. I can't remember. I looked around, like trying to figure out the name of this yarn, and I couldn't find it. If you know what it is, you know, tell me in the comments. It's like I was looking around, like, you know, puffy thread or flex thread or like mix-in thread for yarn, or like I was searching every freaking thing I could think of to try to figure out the name, because I know I've seen this, or at least some version of this on YouTube in a video. I looked on YouTube. I even did a generic Google search and looking through the images and stuff. I couldn't find it. It's this. It looks like it's really thin thread, but then every couple, or like in every inch, there's like these little puffs of fabric, or like these little puffy things, and it creates like these really pretty, there's like all these different colors and stuff, and I feel like this was like carry through yarn or something, or mix in, or it's something that I think Red Heart or somewhere marketed as something that you can carry through with your yarn to create texture, to create you know, some extra color or whatever. But I don't know what the hell the name brand of this is. But I mean, it's really cool, and it would create like these really neat puffs or these little flecks of, or like, I don't know what the hell that's called. But it's like a little bundle of that all wrapped up, and so this is really cool, and like the colors are really cool too, like all the rainbow colors. And so I'll mix that in with something, and then there's another one. This feels like pom-pom kind of thing. I even searched that, and the like pom-pom thread, pom-pom yarn, whatever. But still, this didn't come up. So I have no idea. But and then there's this, and it has like that same sort of thing where it's except it has like these little, the puffs are big, like, you know, almost little mini pom-poms, and this is like white and gray and black, kind of like a grayscaled color, a little bundle of that to carry through something. And then there's this one that has that same kind of thing, except it's more of like sort of a fringe or eyelash kind of yarn that is has the little puffs on it, and it's like black, and the little puffs are kind of like white and tan and all that. So there's some of this, which is really neat. Yeah, I don't really have a lot of this kind of, like, I'm getting like a lot of unique yarns. Whoever had all this yarn and it ended up at Goodwill, they had like really unique yarns and stuff. Like, I never would have thought to, you know, I don't even think I've seen this in the stores before, because I would remember that. But the only one I've ever seen was in a YouTube video, was that kind of puff yarn. So I don't know, but this is like really neat, and this feels like it would look really cool on like the brim of a hat, or like in a scarf, like on the edge of a scarf or a shawl or something. It is really neat, and so there's a little bit of that in here. I don't know how far this would stretch even, because I'm not going to unravel it. And then there was this right here. It feels like almost like feathers in a way, or it doesn't feel that way. It's really soft, but like the way the little pieces are, and it's like almost like if a feather was a ribbon, and you could, like, I'm sure you can crochet this into something or whatever. It's really cool, and it's orange, and it's kind of like shiny, like almost like metallic-y shiny, but it's really pretty. I don't know what this I guess you could use that on like the edge of things too, but there's some of this. And so that's really pretty and soft too. It's surprisingly soft. And then a whole skein of this. It's from Lion brand, and it's called Fun Fur. It'll say an easy to use. Not this must be old because it has like a description of what it is. And easy to now it just says yarn, or it doesn't just say that. They probably have room for like a picture or like a pattern or like show what it looks like. I'm just like being a prick. So it's called Fun Fur, an easy to use novelty eyelash yarn. Used for entire projects for trim or combined with other yarns. And so that's neat. So this is like a really pretty teal color. I love this color. And so it's like it's sort of an eyelash yarn, and it's real like a thin sort of eyelash. This would be easier to work with than that other skein that I'd gotten that was like really thick. But this is a really pretty eyelash yarn, and I could definitely see this as part of a hat or a scarf or something. So but that's all that I got in the haul, and so. Anyway, so I hope you enjoyed the haul and everything, and I'll see you in the next one. Nope, can't reach. What I should do is put those sage ring with these.